Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tai Chi class. We're going to get started with some warm-ups today. Let me just adjust my screen here. Let's get started just by gently rolling the shoulders back. Roll one shoulder back, roll the other shoulder back. Just alternating. We can bring the arms up overhead, just slowly circle both arms back. One arm goes up, the other is down. Just letting your body turn side to side a little bit. Then we can roll our shoulders forward. So just kind of shrug up, roll the shoulders forward. Roll both back. And then we can shrug our shoulders up towards our ears and then release. So tense and release a couple times. If you can't hear the audio, maybe try to rejoin. I think it's okay. Maybe just rejoin the audio if you can't hear. Yeah. Let's do feet a little bit wider. Just gently swing arms side to side. And let's reach overhead. Kind of like climbing, just stretch a little to the side. One hand over hand. Just make sure, I'm not sure, just make sure everybody's on mute for now if you can. And then just reverse the direction with your hands, hand under hand. And we'll circle the wrists. Nice wrist circles. Sweep the hands down in an arc, circling the wrists. Do that a few more times. Circle the wrists. Sweep your arms down. One more time. Let's spiral to the side, one hand over the head, protect your head, and spiral to the side, palm up, switch. Same thing on the other side, protect your head, spiral, palm up. So alternate sides. Same thing to the front. You can just open and arch your back. Close and round your back. We'll do a little bit of work on the neck. Look left and right, just gently turning the neck. Turn and do ear to shoulder, stretching side to side. Then look down, gently look up. Look down and look up. Okay, we can do hands on the hips and let's try just kind of isolate your pelvis and we're gonna push forward, side, back to the side, just making our hips in a little circle. Can start small. I like to do about 5 circles each direction. Just make sure you do both directions, switch. And then we can do a little bit of a bigger circle, rotating our upper body over the hips. Same thing, bigger circles this time. And just make sure you do both directions. I'm just gonna push my camera down a little bit so you can see my feet. So we'll go into a bow stance. So slide 1 foot forward and 1 foot back to the side at an angle. So then same thing, we're gonna circle our hips forward. Just feel a nice little stretch. Then we can put our weight in the front leg and stretch out that back leg a little bit and just kind of squat down, get a nice little stretch through the back leg. Breathe as you hold. Take nice relaxed breaths. Lean forward to come up. Bring your foot up and switch sides. Same thing, circle the hips forward. Get a little stretch through the back leg. Weight in the front leg, stretch out the back leg, sink down a little bit, get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Nice relaxed breaths as we hold. Lean forward to come up. Can make our feet a little bit wider. For this one, we're just gonna lean forward and hang for a little bit for a few counts. And just relax and breathe. And we're gonna let our spines feel like they get longer as we lean forward. Just release any pressure in our back. Nice relaxed breaths. Relax your back, relax your neck and your shoulders. If you want a little more stretch, you could straighten your legs. When you're ready to come up, bend your legs, squat, and slowly stand up. Just gonna do a little stretching to the side, one arm up, one arm behind your back, bend your knees, just lean to the side. Nice little stretch, and then we'll circle down all the way around up to the other side. Lean to the side, circle down, back around. One more time, each side. Come up. One hand overhead, one behind the back, stretch. Circle down. If you want to do hands on the backs of your knees, bend your knees. You can bend back just a little bit, hips forward. Just lean back. And bend your knees to come up. We're gonna just go to the side. Same thing, we're gonna relax our back, lean forward. As you do this, just feel your spine kind of open and release. Relax your low back, neck and shoulders as you lean forward. Take relaxed breaths. Use your legs to lift yourself back up. Same thing on the other side. Bend your knees to come up. One more time each side. This time as you bend down, we can just kind of massage your leg as you go down. Just relaxing and releasing any tension in your leg. You can do that a couple of times. And then just relax your back. Take a couple of breaths. And use your legs to straighten and come up. Same thing on the other side. As you go down, just go ahead and massage that leg. A couple of times, just squeezing the whole leg, massaging, getting some blood moving. Relax, take a couple breaths. Use your legs to slowly come up. Okay, that's good. Go ahead and take a sip of water if you'd like. Right. I'll adjust my camera again here. So today I want to go over beginning posture. So for the beginning posture, if we were to start learning the form, we're going to want to have our feet shoulder width. So just find wherever your shoulders are and kind of look down and see if your feet are about in line with your shoulders. Toes point straight ahead. And we just want to check our relaxation and alignment a couple of times. This is the same posture that we do this standing meditation in. So let's do a couple of rounds of the arms for the beginning posture, and then we'll do standing meditation as well. So first the arms, we're going to lift up. Then we're going to draw in and bend our elbows, keeping the hands flat. Then we lift up, palms face forward, and then slowly lower the arms back down. I'm just going to turn to the side so that you can see that from the side. Slowly lift up, draw the arms back in, lift the palms, and then release the hands back down. Up, in, palms face forward, and then down. So we start from here, kind of drawing, making almost a little figure eight. It's not a complete figure eight with the hands, but we go up, in, and out. And you'll notice as I'm doing that, there's a little bend. So almost as if I wanted to sit in the chair, I'm not going to sit down, but I bend and then use my legs to lift up, bend my knees again as I draw back in, come up, straighten, and then a little bit of a knee bend again and straight as I come up. I'll turn to the front. Just go through that a few times. Arms are nice and relaxed. I like to breathe in as I come up. And as I reach this kind of top of the circle, breathe out. Breathe in to start. Breathe out from the top down. A few more times, just practicing this. Good. I'll turn to the side again. Good. So I'm gonna find my shoulder width again. And I'm just gonna tuck my hips under a little bit. So as we go through day-to-day life, sometimes our back gets sore and we can tend to arch our back a little bit. For Tai Chi, we really want to tuck our hips under a little bit. So as if we were going to do a squat or sit down in a chair, we want to keep our back straight, especially the low back, and just tuck our pelvis under a little bit. And while we do our postures and while we do our standing meditation, we just want to remind ourselves, if our pelvis is tipped this way, we want to try to tuck and tip our pelvis neutral and keep our low back straight. So keep that in mind, and let's go through standing meditation. So our first hand position for standing meditation is really easy. Arms are just relaxed and at the sides. Second posture will be hands are up, palms up, about navel height. Third, palms face in, about heart height. Fourth, shoulders and elbows are relaxed, but our hands are higher around our forehead. Then we're going to relax and calm down, arms at the sides, about hip height. And then our final posture will be hands back down at the sides, but palms will face forward. So that's just all of them. We'll go through and we'll spend a little bit of time in each one. So let's begin with our arms in this first nice relaxed posture. And just take nice relaxed breaths in and out, smooth, gentle. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth if you can. Let's begin. Second hand posture, about belly button height, palms face up. Slowly bring your hands up to heart height, palms face in. Relax shoulders and elbows and hands. Just check to see if your hips are tucked under. See if you can relax the muscles in your neck. Relax the muscles in your face and jaw. Next position, forehead height, palms face out. Relax your shoulders. And just feel the space behind your shoulders in your upper back. You could almost just give a little squeeze there behind your shoulder blades. Slowly lower your arms to the sides. About hip height. Again, relax the shoulders. Relax all the muscles in your head and face. Last position, arms relax at your sides, palms face forward. So go ahead and check if your hips are tucked under again. This time, just think inhale and exhale as you breathe in and out. You can just count, inhale and exhale if you'd like. See if you can count 5 inhales and 5 exhales. Okay, great. Let's finish with standing meditation. Just gonna grab a little bit more water, stay hydrated today. So let's go back to that beginning posture and let's just work on coordinating breath with movement. Let's just make this nice and slow and relaxing. Don't worry too much about bending and straightening if it feels off. Let's focus on keeping our hips tucked under and just having nice relaxed arms as we go through this a few times. And just like I said, coordinate your breath with the movement. So as we begin, let's take an inhale. So breathe in. And out. And it's okay if your breath doesn't coordinate exactly with mine. Just pay attention to your breathe in when you begin. And wherever you feel like you need to exhale, you can relax and release your breath. Just try to coordinate, begin and breathe in. If you can, breathe out as your hands come down. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. You can continue. I'm just going to turn to the side so that you have a little bit of a different angle here. As you begin, breathe in. And wherever you need to breathe out, that's fine for your body. Just make this nice and fluid and relaxed. Okay, that's great. So from beginning, we go through this. If we were to learn the Tai Chi form, we would shift onto our left leg, bring one hand up and one hand down like this, like we're holding a ball. Turn to the side, turn this toe out, shift our weight here, and then step forward with the other leg and bring this forward arm into a ward-off position. The other hand will come down and relax. So I'll just show that a couple of times from the front and from the side. So first, our beginning posture. Shift into the left leg. Make a ball with your hands. Turn one toe out. Shift into your other leg. One arm comes up, the other goes down. Step forward, ward off. Do that just a couple of times. I'll change my angle. Beginning. Shift and hold the ball. Turn one toe out at an angle. Shift into that leg. Then we'll step forward and our arm will come up into a ward off. The other arm will relax down towards our side. So we're beginning shoulder width. We go through this nice relaxed movement for our beginning posture. Arms form a ball. We shift onto one leg, turn one toe out to the side to the corner. And then we'll step forward into a bow stance and change our hands. So there's a few things going on there. Beginning, shift and hold the ball, turn out, one toe to the corner, step forward and ward off. Beginning posture. Shift and hold the ball. Shift into your other leg. Step forward into a bow stance and change your arms, ward off. Come a little closer and do this from the side again. Beginning. Hold the ball. Turn one toe out, the other will come forward. Ward off. Beginning. Shift into the left leg and hold the ball. Turn the right toe to the corner, shift into that leg. Step forward with the left leg. Left arm comes forward into this ward off. Ward off left. Turn to the front. Beginning. Weight in the left leg. Right foot turns to the corner, shift, step, and ward off left. Let's try that again. Beginning. This time, shift into the right leg, turn the other toe out, hold the ball, shift, step forward and ward off right this time. So the same thing, just opposite side. This time our right hand and right leg will be forward. Try that again, beginning. Shift right, turn out the left toe. Shift, step forward, and ward off right. Beginning. For ward off right, we shift into the right leg, turn out the left toe, shift into the left, slide the right forward, the right arm comes up, and ward off right. Beginning. For ward off left, we'll shift into the left leg, shift right, and then our left leg and left arm will go forward for ward off left. We'll do that one more time, beginning. And ward off left. Okay, great. Let's do some cloud hands. And this one we'll just do repeating. I'm gonna go that direction. So for cloud hands, we can start here. So we'll have one hand is about throat height and the other one is about belly button height. And I'm gonna shift and turn. And when I want to change my hands, I'm gonna reach out. At the same time, I'll take a little step, change my hands, turn to the side, reach out at the same time that I want to step, change my hands, shift my weight, shift and turn. So I'm stepping to the side, reach out, take a little step, change the hands. So the feet for cloud hands is basically just stepping and shifting, taking little steps to the side. So without the hands, all we're doing is taking little steps left and right. And when I run out of room in my room, I'll just switch and go the other direction. So just little baby steps, shifting our weight. Stepping to the left. And stepping to the right. I'm gonna just come a little bit closer to the camera here. So cloud hands, top hand is about throat height, bottom hand is about navel height. Just gonna shift and turn. I'll turn to the side so that you can see my angle here just a little bit differently. Keep going with cloud hands. I'm just changing my angle. Cloud hands is one where it's a little bit easy to forget to keep our hips tucked under. Because we're stepping side to side, I think it's easy just to kind of relax and start hollowing or arching our low back again. So for cloud hands, when you step, with each step, just try to remind yourself to keep that pelvis tucked under in the Tai Gong position. And if anything about cloud hands feels off balance or out of time or a little uncoordinated, you can make your steps smaller. And as you get more comfortable with cloud hands, you can start to experiment with taking bigger steps and bigger shifts. Take another little water break. Let's do a little review for brush knees. So brush knee left and right. One arm is in a ward off position and the other one is back and ready to push. We'll step up. The arm that's forward in the ward off position is the arm that gently lowers and brushes in front of your knee. So if I'm in a ward off, if my left arm is up for a ward off position, my left leg is forward and I'm just brushing past. I'm not actually touching my knee. I would have to bend a little bit to do that, but I'm just brushing past it as I push. So the arm pattern for brush knees, as you go, the arm that's in a ward off will first brush, then it's going to circle back and push. So following the left arm, ward off, brush, circle back, and then push. We're following the left arm, ward off, brush, circle back, and then push. And I'm just going to change my angle again here. So for brush knees, beginning in a cat stance position, left arm is going to ward off. We're going to follow the movements of the left arm. Brush, circle back, push, ward off, brush, circle back, push, ward off. And you could do the same exact thing. If that feels weird or uneven, we can follow the movements of the right arm. So starting with our right arm back, right arm is going to push, ward off, brush, circle back following the right arm, push, ward off, brush, circle back, push, ward off, brush, circle back, push, ward off, brush. So I hope that helps clarify what's going on with our arm pattern for brush knees, because we're practicing both sides. And I know it's kind of a lot remembering everything that's going on with hands and with feet. And also remember for this posture that our power in the push comes from the straightening of the back leg, which is going to happen at the same time as the push. So you step, shift, push, and your rear leg straightens at the same time. So the power in that push always comes from the straightening of the back leg. I'm going to change my angle again because I think that's easier to see from the side. So we're in a bow stance. When we finish, rock back, step up into a cat stance, step out into a bow stance, and the push, we straighten that rear leg. Push, straighten the rear leg. It happens at the same time. The power is not from the arm, even though we want to have good body mechanics. When we have good body mechanics, the power and the push comes from that last little straightening of that rear leg. Okay, let's just do some repulsed monkeys to relax and kind of round things out for the day. Remembering to tai gong, keep the hips tucked under, toes point forward for repulsed monkey. Keep going, a few more repulsed monkey, left and right. And then let's maybe just finish with the review of the beginning posture. So shoulder width, same position as our standing meditation. Nice relaxed breaths as we move our arms. One more time. All right. Great class today. Thanks everyone, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.